It's hot out here. Where's this bus?
Toni, it's not that serious. The bus is wherever it is. It'll be here soon.
Not that serious. I didn't spend 20 years in Florida. I'm not used to this heat.
What you trying to say? I lived outside when I was in Florida or something? It's hot to me too.
Okay.
You know, it looks like we right back where we started, huh, Toni?
I wouldn't say that. There's been progress.
I can't damn.
I'm serious.
Well, I know I'm tired of switching, and I hope this is the last time doing the intros, because I ain't got money like this.
And I'm tired of this heat, and where's this bus?
Toni, are you even listening to me? You getting paid, you got a contract. I'm talking to you. You ain't even hearing nothing I'm saying.
I'm not going anywhere. But I would be going somewhere if this bus would show up.
You know what? I can't do it. You know what? Let's go, Toni. Let's just walk. You complain about it's hot, damn it. You making it hot. Come on, let's go.
It's hot.
You complaining too much.
Well, it's hot.
Yeah, I know it's hot. What do you want? What do you want? You got ice cubes in here or something? Come on. Can't even read my magazine.
They always forget me. Always forget me. Every time. Never fails.
Okay, how everybody doing? What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 41 of The Perfectly Incomplete. I'm your host, Imogene. I'm in the building and I got issues, y'all. Do I got issues, y'all? Damn.
My bad, I'm over here.
Anyway, I ain't
smacking.
gonna say my girl. I got Toni in the house. What's up, TT?
Wait, why can't I be the girl? I don't understand.
Because I got beef with you, but we're gonna get into that tonight.
Fair.
Say what's up.
What's up?
And can you want us to say hi to you?
You can say hi to me. I'm
All
here.
right, we got Alex in the we got Alex in the building. What's up, Alex?
What's up, fam? I'm be over here silently eating. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't
You
eat
don't
today.
silently eat.
It's
Why
good
you
to
always-
see you. Alex was sick the last time we
Oh yeah,
filmed.
Miss Rona wanted to spend my birthday with me. She wanted to bond. I said,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Because like I was saying, I was really, really concerned. I was very worried about you, like especially with the throwing up and the diarrhea.
We just telling all my little business.
No, I'm just
It's all right.
saying. I'm just saying.
It's all right. Your mom was like, yeah.
We had to talk
And I was
about
like,
the
how
Rob.
you almost died 3 times when you're in the bathroom, remember? Hiked over the toilet. I'm like, dang, mom, all right. Tell all my
Well, you
business.
have to realize, though, my mic keeps sliding, so I hope my audio is okay.
No, you're good.
No, you got to realize, as your mom, you know, I was trying to bring you stuff. I was really, really concerned. And that's why I said, that stuff, no, it's time for some nigga stuff. Let's do some flour water or let's do some crackers. You know what I'm saying?
I needed something because, listen, it was tough, man. Like, yeah, let me swallow. I'm sorry. It was tough.
I
dealing
thought
with-
you wasn't going to say nothing.
I said if I need you. Well, you introduced me, and you're talking to me, so I got to respond to you. No, it was tough. Coronavirus, COVID, Miss COVID wanted to spend some time with me, but I'm not even gonna lie, there was a few nights where I was like really concerned. I was like, bro, like, is this it? Am I checking out? I lost 26 pounds in 2 weeks. Like I couldn't hold any food down. And it literally got to the point, cause I was throwing up. Like it got to the point where I was eating just to puke. And my primary care doctor, prescribed me some medication, didn't really work. And so literally I didn't want to eat anything because I knew that I was just going to go to the bathroom. So literally I had no food in my stomach. I was just straight liquid. And it got to the point where as I was puking, I wasn't even puking up anything because I didn't have anything in my body. And I was just feeling really weak. I didn't have any sugars in my body. And I was like, dude, like if this keep on, like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, dude. And then I was scared to go to the hospital because, you know, one of the first things they ask you is, are you vaccinated? I'm African-American. You know how they, like in certain places, they treat people certain way. And it's like the trauma from that and how they treat people in the medical field, like based on your skin color and all, like there was just a lot. So I'm glad I'm here.
I'm glad you're here
man, for
too. And
sure.
I thought about all of those things. And that's why I was wondering, I said, well, did you call your primary care? Then I was thinking, well, if Alex go to the VA, he'll be good because like they just know vets ain't having that because vets be having PTSD and they be tripping out right in the hospital. So it will behoove them to not do no funny stuff. But even when you said you called the doctor, and how many of y'all believe that, like he said, being black, and he was afraid to go to the doctor. They was going to ask him, did he have the shot? Like I told Alex, yeah, we know if you got an infection, you get an antibiotic. But the home remedies, because the stuff he was having, I wanted to say, yeah, you address the cough, this and that diarrhea. My mama would tell me, get you a couple of teaspoons of flour and put it in the water. And after the point where
It works.
it does. When your stuff wasn't subsiding, I was like, hold up, Alex, we got to do some home remedy stuff. Because I believe Like we're different culturally and our just genetics. And so what works for people who eat prunes and raspberries don't necessarily work for people who eat collard greens and ham hocks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So, y'all feeling me with that?
No, I'm with you.
But I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you.
Same.
It's good to see you. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? That's a rhetorical question.
As
We're not
soon
gonna
as you
talk about
said that,
We're not going to talk about that on air for
my
real.
whole face, I would have
Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
To
Come
say the
on.
least. Tony, give us some quality content right now. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Child, I don't want to talk about Thanksgiving.
We can't air out our business
All
on
right, I
on
was saying
TV.
that's something I really don't want to talk
All right,
about.
y'all don't want to talk about it. Okay.
No.
Some
Well,
things you
cool.
just got to leave
There's
where
some
they are,
things we
man.
leave in the house.
Yeah, man.
All right, so let me shoot. How was y'all Thanksgiving? Did y'all have a good Thanksgiving? Everybody.
Ask Devin how his Thanksgiving was.
Oh yeah, Devin, how was your Thanksgiving? That's good, man.
Oh, he had
Yeah.
a wonderful
He
Thanksgiving.
didn't
My
say good. He
Thanksgiving
said
was good too, though. Really, I had a really good
I
Thanksgiving.
know. Well, no,
Well,
we
I
know.
bet you slept
know.
good.
I slept really well.
You got some good
Okay.
refs.
Right.
I'm
All
glad
right.
you did, man.
So they don't want to talk about it. So what's been going on? I guess let's just hit it. It's the holiday season, and I know people giving love at Christmas time or Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Y'all out there giving all y'all money away to
Nope.
people. You
I
know,
ain't spend a dime.
yeah. You did. Oh well, you didn't do Black
I
Friday
got a
shopping.
PlayStation
I did
5.
You did.
I did, low key.
I
Not,
did.
not actually at Black Friday. I ordered it online because I finally found it.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's cool.
I had to jump on it.
If that's what you, I didn't. I've been like buying food. Like I've been being real stingy with myself because I'm doing other things. Like I'm making some business moves right now, and
Mhm.
believe me when I say I'm sacrificing to do it, but I'm taking a chance and I'm risking it for the biscuit. But I haven't been like buying stuff, and
It
I
ain't
just
worth it no more.
no, it's not. Why
With,
am I?
with everything like going out, everything's on back order. I ain't got time to be waiting 3-4 weeks for ornaments.
Oh no,
I'm done.
no, no,
I'm good.
no. The PlayStation was worth it. I don't care what
No,
nobody says.
that makes sense. That's
I
been
was
on
saying,
back order for quite some time.
I was looking for it. I've been trying to get a PlayStation for a year straight, dog. I was trying to get it last Christmas and it didn't happen. I finally found it online because, they sold out immediately right after it came out. And, with the chips and the chip shortage, you couldn't find them. I
It ain't
finally.
no real chip shortage. They just saying.
Oh, no. There's an actual chip shortage. Like we
Okay.
suffering.
I don't
at-
believe
whatever.
nothing they say.
But yeah, so I finally found one and I was like, listen, Doc, it's now or never. I said, we got to jump on this. And I jumped on it. I'm so happy. It's going to be here next week. We're going to be lit.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, I guess. So since you got money to buy PlayStations like
Oh.
that, what you getting me for,
Why you
for
in
the
my
holidays?
business? Who
So
fell?
no, you got big money, so you get me a gift.
Nah, don't tell people that because then people going to try to start borrowing money from me.
I don't.
need that.
I ain't
I
gonna
need to
borrow.
borrow some
I'm
money.
just gonna ask. I ain't paying back because I'll be saying, "Don't borrow from me. Just ask
No,
me."
listen, I am
I'm looking-
independent. I am
listen.
independent now and I have bills. You need to pay that back, Doc.
Oh, that's, wow.
That's messed up.
I'm not in a
That
place
is
where I can just give
messed
out
up.
money.
So
no more.
maybe I need to go back in time and start
No,
recouping.
no. Look, Tony, I said I'm not in a position where I can just give out money anymore.
I'm about to
Listen,
say,
I
wait,
need-
come next year, you're going to have to give a great gift.
Listen, man. No, I honestly,
I'm
when it comes
joking.
to Christmas, though,
Actually, your gift was enough.
and I wasn't even expecting to do the PlayStation thing, but honestly, this Christmas, I really didn't prepare to because last Christmas, I went stupid last Christmas. So I didn't prepare for this Christmas. Next Christmas, we gonna be lit for sure. Because I'm gonna actually set aside a budget for it. That's probably the only thing. That's probably the only holiday I actually spend real money on this Christmas. Only because
Why?
I just like I like the tradition of it. I like the feel of it. I like the getting together, the whole cheesy, you exchange gifts. Like that's just I've always liked that. Like
So,
that's always been my thing.
I got a question.
What's up?
Since we're talking about the holiday
Oh
season,
my God. Now she want to be active.
well, y'all asked for it, so therefore, I got a question, seriously.
Mhm.
So, if you had a Christmas where you ain't get nothing but like fruits and nuts,
Mhm.
would you still have that same attitude?
Tony, I'm from the hood and I
I'm
grew up
just
with nothing.
asking because not everybody's like that.
I am. I've had to. Ask my mom. Every Christmas wasn't a Christmas. We may have had 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 Christmases where we actually exchanged gifts and did the whole thing. But no, we came from the hood and the ghetto, man. It wasn't no Santa. I never believed in Santa Claus.
Me neither.
I never believed in Santa
I
Claus.
wasn't allowed to believe in
I
Santa.
said, look, you know how I found out Santa wasn't real? I said, yo, hopefully Santa give me a PlayStation 2. Mom said, I buy that. I said, well, Jesus. I said, forget my imagination. I tell a joke. Look, I tell a joke because I did stand up one time, Mom. And I was like, how I was telling how I found out that the Tooth Fairy wasn't real. And I was like, my tooth came out, put it under the pillow because I was so into that, like the magical world and, imagination. You watch these things on TV, see all the white people getting, dollars under it. So, and I'm born to get, so I take my tooth out, my tooth fall out, I put it under my pillow. I'm like, hopefully the tooth fairy come in the morning. I wake up the next morning, I look under my pillow, it's a pack of ramen noodles. I said, we're not doing this, Doc.
Who put that there?
It's a joke. It didn't really happen. But
oh, wow, I'm so
listen,
slow.
No, it was... But listen,
See, I thought the tooth fairy was real clean because my mom always put the money inside of a zip
She actually
bag.
participated?
Yes.
My mom didn't. My mom never
So like,
faked
every
it.
time I woke up, the money was in the bag. I said, "Oh, the tooth fairy came." But why do they always put them in a
Listen,
Ziploc bag?
I needed them dollars that would have went under your pillow.
Listen, mom ain't faking. Mom said,
No.
"Listen, Doc, you gonna know reality real like early. Listen,
Yeah,
I
but-
ain't gonna lie to you."
I think that's one of the good things. Like when you guys were growing up, I hate to say it, I guess we were living in poverty, which I didn't see it
You
because spiritually I was really grateful just for what we did have, even though it wasn't much. Hindsight is always 20/20. But when I think about, no, I ain't have money to be doing it. I was too busy trying to work and keep my kids out of trouble, and
She's
just
a single parent with 3 kids.
yeah, just trying to keep it together and all that extra stuff that they was flashing on TV and you need toys. Look, nigga, we need eggs, okay?
Can I tell a
I'm
story?
just saying.
You told this story about you going to jail, but I remember mom got out of jail and she had these jailhouse shoes. Like those
sneakers,
white
wanted
sneakers.
them.
I'm not even gonna lie, because back in the day, I've never been into like name brand stuff like all the kids was, but I'm poor. Like I don't care. Just as long as it looked cool, that's fine. Mom got out of jail and had these white jailhouse sneakers, and to me, they was Air Force Ones.
Because I was a trustee in the jail,
Yeah,
so I wore
man.
the white uniform with the white, and he liked them.
Because
I
you
was
get
like,
out of jail, they give you a little baggie or whatever with all the stuff that you love. And mom brought these sneakers home, and I was like, "Yo, fam, you're gonna have to come over." When I tell you, I felt so good sporting my sneakers at school. Everybody was looking at me like, "What kind of shoes these is?" And I was like, "Listen, I don't know, Doc, but they look clean." Man, they clown me. I ain't care though, because they was clean to me, Doc.
I can't.
Yeah, I ain't really into Christmas. Like I'm into more celebrating Kwanzaa and Christmas. Like the whole thing. I'm not gonna go there religion. I believe and I'm spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that I was brought up Christian, and that was my identity crisis because I was just believing what people shoved on me. How many of y'all just be
Facts.
believing stuff or what your parents done shoved
Facts.
on
Don't
you?
even give you a
took
chance
a
to
while.
discover.
Yeah.
And
that was me. And that's really been my conflict like the last few years. And I grew up listening to, you're going to go to hell if you do this. And I'm like, I ain't saying, well, I'm just going to go to hell now, but I feel more freer that I can believe what I want to believe. So I never like celebrating the birth of Jesus. And like, I ain't really into it like that. I'm very spiritual. I do like Christmas with the lights, and
I like the decorating.
yeah, the decorations
Feels
and
good.
stuff like that. But the commercialization of it, like me going out just buying all of this stuff.
is that a word?
No,
I
I'm
want
not-
my Christmas present you got me today to work.
No, but I'm like, if
I
I'm
love that sweater.
spreading love, I'm doing it year round. I don't gotta wait till Christmas come to get you a gift. That's the way I operate.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I,
True.
If I want to do something nice for you, we can
Mhm.
do it all through the year. Why should I go make Target or whatever other
True,
retailer
true.
or Amazon?
Right.
No,
I
just
like-
like y'all trying to come up. I'm close to millionaire status, y'all. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Well, let me hold something.
Yes.
Let me hold something.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Let me hold something.
You
You've
know
been
that.
close to that for quite some time
Let me hold
How
something.
you know that?
because we talk.
But
Well,
and
I was
it's-
gonna, Well, I was gonna say I'm with you on the like year round thing. Like if you're gonna,
Yeah.
fellowship. But me personally, I just like because it's the time of year. It's winter. It's cold. You bring out the lights
Yeah.
and just I like that part of it. Like you know what I mean. Like I get it. The I don't even know if commercialization is a word, but
it is.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. Well, the commercialization, it's intended for you to spend money.
Right.
All the holidays, the man-made holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Then you got what, New Year's, and then you got what, Valentine's Day. Then you got all these stupid holidays, the Easter to make you spend money. I get
And
it.
it's cool if people like it, if that's what they get into. Now, I don't mind. Like, I'm probably going to find, like, I recently volunteered at this organization with some little kids. And, so if that make them happy, yeah, I'll do some stuff that make them happy because that's cool. They kids to create positive experiences and all of that stuff. And maybe because my ass getting older, right? But when you get a certain age, you pretty much got what you need.
Mhm.
And it ain't like I'm going to the club every weekend or I'm doing this and I need this and I need that,
Fort Pierce, they are.
Yeah, they have a baby, and when they get discharged from the hospital, they hit the club the same night. I
Facts.
thought that was a joke, but it's real.
Right.
But listen, speaking of which, y'all, we got to go here and mention this. What did y'all think? I think there's a lot going on, and we're coming to the end of the year. It's been a long year. Everybody's going through stuff, but the verdict came in for the 3 men that were accused of, well, that did murder Ahmaud Arbery. How do you all feel about that verdict? How y'all feeling about that, y'all?
I'm ecstatic.
Are you really?
I am. I'm glad that finally the state of Georgia is holding people accountable for what they do.
Do you think they did it because it was publicized?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I feel as if this was just a more quote unquote low key case, would it have ended the same way? Absolutely not.
Wow.
But because there were people who were showing up to the courthouse, like Reverend Al Sharpman.
Sharpman or Sharpton?
Sharpman. I said Sharpman.
Sharpman.
My
Don't bring
bad.
up- don't
Don't
bring up-
Sharpman.
Don't bring up
Sharp.
Al Sharpton, Dot.
Yo, that's my dude.
Remember what I told you?
What?
Was it you that I talked to about?
Probably not.
Oh no, we'll get there. Go ahead, Tony. We'll get there.
Okay. Jesse Jackson, people like that were actually showing up to the courthouse and making their presence known. And not only making their presence known, but also like pretty much showing the government officials like, we're watching. Like the world is watching because we're here. We're here. Everybody's watching. This is not something that's going to be swept up under the rug. It's been swept up under the rug too many times.
Yeah.
So do I feel as if what?
I'm just thinking. I'm gonna let you finish, but I like the look on Homeboy face with the glasses. It's like when he was reading the verdict. I don't know.
The man who was filming it, the one who was filming it.
I think that's him, but he looked like he had his snuff in his mouth and he was with the glasses on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They said guilty. Homeboy was trying to keep a straight face. Guilty. I said, yo, look at that. That was comical to me.
And
Go
you
ahead.
know, I'm gonna tell you my take on it. And for the record, I am glad that they were convicted of that crime because that was not cool how they did that.
Man, that was
And
tough.
at the same time, when they was reading the counts, the man you're talking about, the one who was filming it, I had a little bit of compassion for him because even though he was trying to be whatever he was, and it's obvious he was a redneck racist for you to even pull that move. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's there. And yet that's why his ass is locked up behind bars right now. But still, when they read the verdict, I was looking at him and I was looking in his eyes, no matter how he was keeping it together. I felt the pain. And I got to say, I got a little bit of compassion for him in the sense where I'm going to say you deserve to get what you got. You deserve to get worse than that. And if people handle things in their own way, like tit for tat, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. But then
glad you alive.
a part of me has compassion for him. Now I know you know.
Explain that to me.
Explain that. Like
Compassion? Is that the word we want to use?
You know, when I think of, and we're talking about it's the holiday season and loving, and we talk about perfecting our incompleteness and self-acceptance and all this stuff. And the bottom line is everybody make mistakes. It's like you go to church and they talk about sin. This sin is worse than that sin. Sin is sin. And I get it. To take a life, to me, that is just foul. To me, life, the gift of life is the most precious gift there is. And yet, he did a terrible, terrible wrong. I don't know this person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not justifying it. But does he deserve grace and forgiveness?
Yeah, but I think grace and forgiveness and compassion is two totally different things. Like, trust me, I'm with you, Mom, because, you know, I done been through some stuff and, you know, I get it. I understand. One thing you said is everybody makes mistakes. I get that. But is filming a murder a mistake, though?
And it just depends on where he's coming from. Like you and I have talked, when we think about 9/11 and those airplanes flying into the Twin Towers, and those people were literally kamikazes killing themselves because they were promised they were going to have 7 virgins when they go to heaven. So you have people that kill people think they're doing an act of service to God. It all boils down to what you believe in, what you was raised in. So apparently, I don't know who taught whatever they taught to him, but it was pretty obvious that the man was racist. And he saw what he perceived to be a nigger running around looking or whatever. And he saw the situation.
That's a good point.
And apparently that's the way he was taught. And he valued that. Because I want to believe And I know y'all probably chipping like, Imogene, what's going on with you? You know, but I'm really, now y'all know me. I'm die hard more than anybody. And if you are racist and you discriminate and you prejudice, no, I'm not with that. But to keep me from getting sucked up in it, I had to like pull back a little bit and look at it. Yeah, it's wrong. You killed them people. And so that young man, so what's going to happen to you is going to happen to you. And she don't have her son. But when I think about it, she don't have her son and she's missing him and she loves her son. But holding on to that, how is she going to be able to remember her son and have the love if she's still holding on to the people that have done it? It seems like that's going to overshadow his memory of the love and the experience that they shared.
That's a good point. That's a
so
good
yeah,
point.
I see what you mean by that. It's more so love and compassion for forgiveness and mercy
Right.
for the individual, not necessarily for them and the actions in which they have done, but more so for your own self-healing.
God.
Is that what we're saying?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Everybody says that you forgive people for yourself, not for the other person. And I get it. Like, yeah, so she can move on. She'll never forget that her son was taken.
Right.
And her son leaves a legacy, even though I'm not saying he was a sacrificial savior. Like my take, I just been thinking on a lot of things, and y'all know how I be tripping, but I just kind of step back and I'm on the take like, what's going to happen? Like every year people are going to be born, people are going to die. There's just shit in life that's just going to happen, right? And I'm not being cold and malice because God forbid, I don't know what it's like to lose a son, right? I can't compare. But death, I've lost a partner at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? I lost my baby's father at a very young age. You know, I lost a lot of shit before I even knew who I was or had the capacity. So I can really relate to that. Loss is loss. Like people will say, well, you don't know because that was my son and I was with him 30 years. Listen, love is love. When you love somebody, you love them. And when you lose them, the pain is still real. And I'm not saying, like Alex mentioned that issue in Texas when they killed that boy, when they went into his house where he was in his building, they shot him.
Oh, wait.
And the brother went in the courthouse and said, I forgive you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I could do it immediate like that because it would take me some time, you know? It's process.
You make me so mad because I be trying to find points to argue with, like
you
to
like to
oppose.
argue, don't you?
Always.
But I hate when you like make good, valid points that are tough to oppose. I guess my question is, if we're talking about this situation or any situation where you're dealing with courts and trial and all that stuff, I guess my question is, well, what's the definition of justice? Number one, and who decides realistically when justice has been served?
That's a good question.
What do you think, Toni?
Definition of justice.
The true definition. What does that mean? Because I can read the Google version, but I'll read the Google version real quick. The definition of justice on Google says,
we don't want to know that because
no. But I want your opinion of it. It says just behavior or treatment.
But they still didn't define it.
That's what I mean.
How are you going to use
you
the
can't
word?
Use
in
the
the
word
definition?
in the definition.
Just behavior or treatment.
When I think about justice,
isn't that subjective?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be subjective because it's coming from my person.
No. He's saying that
the word, like
the word justice
isn't that subjective,
or the concept of justice isn't that subjective?
Everything is subjective that you're speaking on, that we speak on, is subjective.
I
True.
just explained.
True.
What do you think it is, though, Toni?
What was the definition of justice?
Don't forget the second part.
What was the second part?
Definition of justice and who determines whether or not who should determine whether or not justice has been served.
Definition of justice.
We asked the hard-hitting questions here.
I was going to say that's a hard question because that's something that you just kind of sprung on me, and I got to actually think about because.
Well, while you thinking, Mom, I want to know your thoughts.
I think justice, it's a subjective thing. And like I said, it depends on where you come from, where you grew up from, how you was raised, all of that. You have some people, justice would have been like, no, he ain't need to go to court, turn him loose in our hood, and we'll handle it, right? And in this case, he went through the court system. I think my perception or perspective of justice when it comes to us, it's just us. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of put that out there.
She's
But
trying to drop bars.
I think it's supposed to be for if someone commits a wrong,
Mhm.
that they should be held accountable in proportion, and they should be held accountable in a way that they're impacted and affected, that it directly correlates to your wrong. So in the case of, they took the life of Ahmaud Arbery,
Mhm.
they held him hostage. They just really, they was like hunters going after this man like he was prey,
Mhm.
and then tried to cover it up. So now we have this legal system where they put it through here, and that's cool because we're civilized people.
Mhm.
But when I think about it, was that just? In my opinion, it was just, because, and you say who executed, I guess it's the judge. I'm not the judge. My spirit, the essence, I'm a spirit having a human experience. So down in my spirit, do I think that man deserved to die? They deserve to? No, because then we're doing to you the same thing we're feeling pain that you've done to me. If you've taken my son and how the way you've done it, even though you've taken someone out of my life, I don't want to flip back and give it back. I don't want to kill you because I'm inflicting the same offense that you've inflicted on me.
Right.
And so what good is that doing us?
Well, that brings me to my next question. Do you believe that justice lies in punishment and punishing someone?
I think it's just, I think that is an individual, I think it should be a case by case thing.
Yeah, but surely, I mean, but you're giving me the vague answer. I mean, from your point of view, do you think that justice lies in punishing someone? Because at the end of the day, what does punishing someone accomplish? Other than I'm going to get you back.
No, I don't. And to me, this is the way I think of justice. And I'll use the example of raising kids. So if I'm disciplining my child and I'm trying to teach him, it's a difference when teaching. Little kids, they're learning. So when they do things, you, for instance, if well, I don't know, when my kids ran in the road, that called for getting a spanking because because you was putting your life in danger. But when it comes to like you punish a kid, for instance, say if if I let you drink your milk sitting in the living room, I'm like, I'm gonna let you drink your milk, but don't spill it, right? And your little behind want to be cute and get up and standing up, drinking your milk, and you spill it on the floor. Okay, then I'm like, all right, now you have to drink your milk at the kitchen table. So it's like the punishment is relative to the wrongdoing with a kid. But in a case like this, when that man hunted somebody and killed them, I'm gonna just say what I think. We got this criminal justice system that don't work. In that case, them 3 guys, I think they should have a squad that should just whoop their ass. They should put them in a place and let people pluck out their toenails, just torture them. I think they deserve to be tortured, not kill. If you want to say just,
Wow.
Y'all asking me. You're asking me to come from my soul, though.
This is on the record, by the way. Once you put this on the internet, you can never take it down.
You're asking me to come from my soul. I'm telling you what my spirit says. But when I think in my mind, the element that the world influenced, I wasn't doing. But you think if I'm saying what's just,
right.
Okay, yeah, they got convicted. They're going to be in prison. They're going to be tried in a federal prison. They're probably, maybe they'll commit suicide or somebody will get them, but they're going to be protected. Right. Just like that young man who killed them people in Wisconsin. No, look at him. The boy who shot them people in Wisconsin, he got off. And even we was talking about the interview when you was like, what's jail like? And what was he saying?
He was smiling. He was like, it was weird. He was like, I wasn't with everybody. They gave me my own little section. And this literally what he said. He said, they gave me my own little section. It was kind of like, he said, it's kind of like being in a hotel. Like, I was on my own, and he was smiling about it, had his suit on and everything. And I was just really looking at it like, yo, like this is reality right now. This is, yeah. But I asked that question because like the whole concept of justice, because I get tired of, I guess, certain people like, and I'm not about to go black and white, Mom, but I get tired of certain people being able to control everything, especially when it comes to that. Like, my problem is there was a such thing as the death penalty. There was a such thing as a death penalty. Let's say Toni came, right? And I'm going to use you for example, but not literally. I know you would never do this. Let's say Toni came and shot let's say Toni came and shot and killed one of my crew members, right? And then I retaliated and shot and killed Toni or one of her crew members, right? Guess what would happen? I would go to jail, right? Because they would be like, hey, listen, that's murder. They try to attribute it to maybe gang violence or you're being a vigilante or whatever the case may be, right? They would try to attribute it to that. However, let's say Toni shot and killed one of my crew members and she went through the court system and they got to say, all right, listen, we're going to give you the death penalty. It's like, okay, so I do it and I'm a beast, I'm a monster. You do it and you're just in doing it because you get to make the decisions. Well, what makes you eligible to say what someone else's outcome should be? Yeah, they're appointed judges in X, Y, and Z. But again, if we're talking about the concept of justice, you as a man, as an individual man, why should you have the power to say what justice is and how somebody else should spend the rest of their life?
I can't answer that. And just to short without going back and forth,
What's up,
it's
Devin?
because that's the way the system is set up. You have courts just the way the government was set up, the Constitution, the different branches, the legislative, the judiciary, all of that. That's why. And we know that people self-appointed themselves in position. So that's that. But to finish my thing, when you asked me and you said what they deserve, like they take in consideration the
you
victim.
made it clear. You made it clear.
No, but I'm just saying because
Stone them.
and that's just the thing. This government or our court system has the nerve to say it. In God we trust, and they profess to be Christians, right? So if you're Christians and you're going by the Torah, the Bible, whatever, you can't just pick and choose some stuff. If you're gonna abide by this, abide by all of it. So it's like they spin it to make it work. And no, I'm not saying I wouldn't have literally tortured the guy, but you're supposed to consider the other person, the victims, like their parents. Why not give them the right to torture? I'm not saying kill them. It's like they could have drew boundaries, but he took their life. I'm not saying I would do this, but I'm just being radical, right? When you say what would have been just, because they're going to sit in prison, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to sit in the kind of cell that you or I would sit in.
I get you.
And they're being tried federally. Everybody knows federal prisons be having stakes.
Yeah.
Like look at Martha Stewart. She was in there. Her
We
serving
love
time.
Martha, though. We love her.
But I'm just saying the point I'm trying to make is the level of crimes. If you have like a capital offense or a federal crime like he did, you're going to go to federal prison. That's sweeter. The government, the prisons is making more money because it's federal prison. You getting better food, all of this stuff. So it's almost like you got to murder somebody to do like you do a really bad crime. And you don't get to sit in state prisons or regular prisons like the rest of the people are that's eating that starchy food and drinking that piss water for Kool-Aid. How do I know? Because I've been in jail too many times, right? So in that sense, I think it would be a creative approach instead of, he going in the system, ask the victims, what would they have wanted to happen to them? And like they were saying, okay, he got justice because we are civilized people. But when I say you give people what they bring, because them two men hunted that man like he was an animal.
Yeah, well, every time I think about it.
And so they should have been treated like an animal. They should have skinned him alive, and they could have had doctors on site. I'm saying.
I'm about to cut your mic because Jesus
No,
Christ.
I'm just saying. No, and I'm trying to make a point here. I'm not that kind of a human being. But when you say what is justice, he took somebody's life.
No, I get it.
So I think they could have organized retaliation. You could have had a doctor on site and everything and allow them to, just employ the same kind of.
Put them in a cage together and just let them loose and just see what
15
happens.
minutes. Yeah,
15 minutes. Yeah, just put them in the same cage, lock the door.
Yeah.
Turn your back.
And we know that don't sound, civil because I couldn't do that.
It's not civil.
I think we have higher morals.
But neither is human hunting.
But when you say justice,
So-
that's what I'm saying. When you say justice, we understand justice from the way the world has created institutions of justice, and they're not just.
But again, and this is where I feel like where I feel the problem lies in the word justice. What's the goal? Like, is the goal to, I guess, hey, listen, you committed this crime, so you're going to get this, you're going to pay for what you did, justice? Is it that, or is the goal to try to, which I know the damage is already done, the man is already dead, is the goal to try to find a solution, like, to those kind of issues? Like what's the goal? Is it to get back at somebody, or is it to
set precedent for future crimes? Basically,
That's what it should be in the legal system. That's what it really should be.
I'm about to say, because that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
right?
And
Is
that's
that
what-
so that if this happens again with somebody else, it can be like, well, this person got this treatment for doing the same exact thing that you did.
Right.
So therefore, you get the same exact treatment that this person got.
Unfortunately, it don't happen that way.
Exactly.
Come on, but
Yeah.
you know, that would have been cool. Can you picture those 3 guys and just say they turned them loose in Fort Pierce and say, we're going to let y'all have them?
But listen, hold on. But the only
They
rule
won't
would
make
be,
it out.
the only rule would be
You only get 15 minutes.
you can't kill them. That's the only rule.
Yeah, no, and I know,
You
listen,
can't kill
guys.
them. You
They're
can't
going to
listen.
make them wish they were dead.
But I would understand that. Like, me personally, if I'm talking about justice, I would understand that. If they're like, listen, put these Negroes, and I almost said niggas. I just said niggas. Lord. But
You know that's our trademark.
put these Negroes in a cage together, right? Like, drop them in. Let's get some brothers in there. Let's lock the doors. You got one rule. You cannot kill them, but you can do anything else you want to do, but you can't kill them 15 minutes. That I would understand.
And
Like, I
that's-
would get that.
And that's what I'm saying. But when you think of a fight, and I'm not about fighting.
By the way, the opinions and views expressed on this, no, I don't condone death or I don't condone violence, but I'm saying I would understand.
The views are not mine either. I'm just talking as a spokesperson,
Yeah, like,
but it's really not me.
I'm not saying
But
this is what
it's
I
an
wanted to
opinion.
happen. I'm just saying I would
No,
understand.
it's just an opinion
But I'm
if
just
it
saying-
happened that way.
I just got to be clear,
It's a
Tony.
hypothetical situation.
No,
But
I
let's be,
gotta
why, no,
clear.
let's, why are we trying to fix it up?
Because I have to be clear.
Okay, so people, I'm saying pluck their toenails and stuff like that. I'm saying it as
Wow.
a soldier, a veteran, because that's what they did to prisoners of war.
Yeah,
That's what this
Yeah.
would happen to fellow soldiers, right?
didn't make
And
it
so what
right.
I'm saying, when I look at this young man, you hunted him down. You hunted him down. And if it wasn't a such things as guns, that brother might have whooped their ass. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that. You know how people used to just fight with their hands? But you got cowards now. They just use guns
I had nightmares about that
because it
video.
gets the job done, right? So, like, I'm gonna just get off of that. And I, like, when you said who executes judgment, I don't. And like I said, I don't want that seat, because who am I to judge people? I do try to treat people with respect and stuff like that. I don't want to be hunting down. But like you said, it comes time out when there should be a code of some kind of retaliation. When you make examples, do you think you're making an example because these 3 men, you know, they're being convicted? Look how long it took. He could have just got his ass whooped last year when it happened and been recuperated in the hospital by now.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
True.
He should have been sipping through a straw. He took this young man's life. He could have been living, but I'm not going to say his life should have been taken. But when you're talking about justice, you know, you try to balance the harm and the accountability for the harm. Even swap ain't no swindle. Swindle, right?
Yeah, now I get what you're saying. Let me ask you a question, Mom. And I know you haven't dived too deep into it. From what you do know, what was your opinion or what are your thoughts on the Kyle Rittenhouse situation?
You know, I really don't have it because I'm trying not to be in it, because when I get caught up and just, you know, and for me, any kind of discrimination and prejudice and inequity, it bothers me to my core. So I've been on a little hiatus retreat to try to go inside myself and pull it out. So what my take is on that, like, I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury. I know they raised over $5 million for that young man, for his defense team. So we already knew the objective was for him to walk free.
And there were a lot of politicians involved in that
Exactly.
case.
So it doesn't really surprise me. I don't know the details of it.
Oh, he took a picture with your buddy too, Trump. He took a picture with your buddy.
But you know
And
what?
Trump thinks that he's a fine young man.
But
sure
of
he
course,
does.
so for me, I just got to stay in my lane. This is the position I take. You know, I'm glad I don't live in Wisconsin, because
Praise God.
that speaks volumes. So now, you know, open carry, people can just walk up. You come to a protest, you come to a protest with a weapon.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
it's like you're looking for something.
You're looking for trouble. So, but they made their decisions. I just have to lie in the fact that we see a lot of injustices. So do I. I can't fix everything. So where I am right now, I just got to stay in my lane. I try to send out light and love. That keeps me safe. And instead of getting all rattled about, oh, this was just wrong, because we know it was wrong.
All right. See, mom's playing Jesus or God's daughter. What's your answer? What were your thoughts?
Not Mother Mary.
Yeah. What were your thoughts?
Don't be calling me Mary.
Why?
My name is Imogene.
That's a Caucasian name. Your middle name is Marie, though.
Why are you telling my business?
Wow, you didn't have to do that,
No,
though.
it's Googleable. You can Google it. Like,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
But
But
still.
go ahead. What were your
I'm
thoughts
trying
about
to stay in peace.
the verdict? He was found not guilty.
I think that it's crap.
Mhm.
I mean, essentially, so I watched the entire case.
I didn't watch it. That was a long.
I had to. Because of the simple fact that he was so like hell bent on being like, oh, I was there because of the looting, and
I was painting
I was helping
Yeah.
the local businesses, even though no one asked me to be
Right.
there.
Right.
But I had to listen to everything, all of the excuses that he made.
Right. Yo, when he started crying, though, that joy had me dying.
Because at the end of the day, to me, he's a child.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's not. He's a thug. He's a thug. The same thing that they be calling our 15 and 16-year-olds. He's a thug. He walked up in that joint with an assault rifle and sprayed some niggas. He's a thug. He's not a kid. You're not a boy. You just took two people's life. You're not a boy.
And he got away with it. And like a lot of people put money
And you
in
got
it.
to take a picture with the ex-president.
And
Look at you go.
And then you were saying how fun it was for you to have your own little private suite while you was in the jail.
But what picture does that paint? It's like, what do you get if you murder two people? You get, not only do you get off, you get your own little private VIP section in jail. I've never heard of that.
Correction, what do you get when you're white and you murder?
Yeah,
two
when
people?
you're white and you
Like,
get
we ain't
murder.
going here, y'all. We
Nah,
ain't
but
going
for
here.
real,
But
let's
it's
talk about
true,
it. But
because if you think about it,
I was
there's
pushed-
been quite a few people of color
I was
who
pushed
have
to
murdered
tears.
some people,
Tony,
and they are still in prison from the 80s.
Tony, bro,
What?
I don't cry. I don't cry. I promise you I don't cry a
Yes,
lot.
you do.
I know I don't. You better ask about
I've
me.
seen you cry sometimes.
Nah, you better ask about me. I don't cry, bro. When I tell you I was pushed to tears, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I saw this picture of this white man. Because you're not a boy, you're a man. You're walking through a crowd with an assault rifle, and then before the night is over, you slayed two people, right? So you're not a boy to me. You're a man. I watched and I saw this picture of this white man walking through a crowd with a full assault rifle, walking right past cops saluting this man, saying thank you for your service, basically as if he's a veteran. And then I look at this picture of this little 12-year-old boy that goes by the name of Tamir Rice. Cops pulled up on a nigga. He didn't have an assault rifle. He didn't even have a real weapon. All he had was a toy gun. And cops came up, didn't ask no questions. Pop, pop, little 12-year-old boy dead, right? You know what I think of? I think about how these white cops, and I don't want to make it white and black, but listen, we got to talk about it. How these white people killing all our black babies and nobody's doing anything about it. Meanwhile, you have a boy, a clear threat with an assault rifle at a protest, and the cops are saluting him for it. You know what? You know what his statement was? He said, or it was an interview that he did. He said, I told the cops, hey, I just had to shoot somebody. And the cops said, go home. Go home? They didn't investigate?
Alex.
They didn't,
Okay.
what? Huh?
And I feel you. And I feel you and I respect what you're saying.
I was pushed to tears, Doc.
I'm just going to say that I'm getting triggered as you say it, because like we say, we know it's inequities and stuff like that. And so as I hear you say it, no, it's not right. And when you think of Tamir Rice, he did have like a little toy gun, and that's a whole setup. It ain't like a whole squad of police came. One dude just came up and shot him, right?
Bam, bam.
So it's a lot. So it's even more that goes into that. But all I can say with that, yeah, it's foul. And I just don't want to get on that. You can say whatever you want to say. We know it wasn't right, but then you got to really keep it real. We're in this fight, racism, discrimination, and it's like you got programs coming up, you got this, but it's still, they're not giving up power. So we may shift and let you get a win here or make it seem like this, but the goal is, yes, we got to keep flashing this in front of you, people of color. We're going to keep showing you that the white supremacist is still supreme. And in situations like that, where you get a verdict like that, where a lot of people feel like it was wrong, do you think that would have flew that way if that young man was in New York? Do you think he would have got the same verdict?
I don't think so.
No. So that has a lot to do with it. We're supposed to be the United States of America, but each state has jurisdictions over their own stuff. It's not like there's consistency and due process of law and all of that good stuff. So that place where they are, Wisconsin, they sending a message. Yeah, nigga, we had a white person that come here and took out a couple of people and he got off. And if you don't like it, that's too bad.
And they've been sending that message consistently. But you know what? One of my favorite moments in history since I've been alive was after the George Floyd stuff happened, and everybody stood up and everybody came outside and said, nah, we're not letting this one go. We're not letting this one go.
But that's what it's going to take.
And that's my point. That was my favorite moment. Listen, you can say whatever you want. All you people who like to make excuses for white people killing black people, you can say, "Oh, it's not fair. You know, you're burning down businesses, business owners, blah blah." You can say whatever you want, but you're talking about the response versus what actually caused everything. That was my favorite moment in Alex being alive history because niggas of all colors, white, black, Hispanic, stood up and said, "Nah, we're not letting this one go. We're gonna make you change something." We're going to make you change something.
And that's going.
Bring the military out.
That's
it's
going
fine.
forward. But I got to get you off of this because we are not going to spend 30 minutes talking about. And
I'm just trying to give
ain't
content.
nobody more sensitive to racial issues than I am.
Right, I'm sure.
Right, but I'm just saying, for me, I can't live in that space no more.
My bad.
I can't. We know what the problems is. Let's get to the solutions. I'm not finna glorify Mr. White supremacist and all that. I'm not gonna do that. And speaking of, we talk about inequities in race. Did you all see the movie? Was it The Passing or Passing?
Passing, yes.
On Netflix?
I haven't seen it. What is it about?
Set the backdrop. Did you see it, Toni?
I did. So there's essentially.
But if it's going to take you 20 minutes with all these ums and stuff.
She didn't even
I didn't say not one time.
Because you do that a lot.
So it's essentially the story about two lighter hue black women.
She focuses so hard on not saying
I really wasn't, but okay.
No, go ahead, man.
Now I have to say it because I lost my train of thought. I had to because I was constantly interrupted.
I got her, Mom.
But either way, it's a story about the friendship between two lighter hue black women, and I believe it was the 20s? It looked like the 20s.
I think it was the 1920s.
It looked like
and if we wrong, it's the movie on Netflix, y'all. But go ahead, Toni.
So it just follows their friendship where, they're exercising their light skin privilege.
Mm.
So one of the women, she lives her life as a white woman.
Mm.
And with her white husband has no idea that she's black. And then the other one, she recognizes her blackness, has black children, has a black husband, lives in Harlem. And it follows their story. It's a really good story. I don't want to give away the ending.
Okay, don't.
So,
to me.
And pretty much, basically, it's two friends. They was friends, and they light-skinned, whether they mixed or whatever. Which, all black people got some white in them, because all of our mammies and ancestors been raped by white men. Let's just say it. So we got different hues. But
I'm white, Toni?
Come on, it's some white. We're actually related to the Kennedys. We went through the family tree, and me and Courtney sat down and did this about 3 weeks ago. Not that it really. The presidential lineage. Yeah. Masters and presidents, they was getting it in with some of our mammies and ancestors. Come on, let's just keep it real.
I refuse to have.
I don't even know if there's a such thing as purebred because the races have been mixes and all of this good stuff. But I really wanted to mention this because these two ladies, they was friends. And like Toni said, they both could pass, which that other one really couldn't pass because you could look at her and tell she was black all day long. If you really looked at her.
Mm-hmm.
But
she had nigga features?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And even the makeup, that go to show you when people look at you, they don't really see. But she wanted the lifestyle for passing, like Toni said. And the other one wanted it for convenience when she wanted to go buy toys shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's a lot of things that came out of that. But you know what got me? It was so much in that movie. But when I think about it, I'm into the self and self-acceptance and self-love. And the fact that you had to hate yourself because you can't say, oh, no, I can get privilege. I can pass. Like Cecil was here on the last podcast and Cecil was saying how she was like, yeah, and I can pass, that she could pass. You wouldn't know that she's a transgender, right? And she was just making a point. So I get it. But this lady felt the need that because she could appear to be white, and I get it. Let me do this to enjoy the privilege of being white. But for me, you got to have a lot of hate for yourself,
yeah.
to live in that world. And then, and I'll leave it, what got me was with the guy.
Are you about to
No, I'm not
spoil
finna
some?
tell it. I'm not finna tell it. But after everything that happened, she was in this romance with somebody who thought she was white, a white man. He thought,
And he didn't even see her for her.
and yeah, he loved her. And then you find out she was black. So if you think about that, hear me good, white people that are not of color, watch this movie, The Passing, because the lesson is huge. This person loved someone because he believed that she was white, right? He slept with her, he ate with her, they laughed, they joked, they went to dinner, they really enjoyed each other. Have a kid. And the only thing that changed when he found out that she was not white. So now you don't love me anymore? So all of this time we spent together, you've gotten to know me, all of that is out the window because of the color of my skin?
I think what's funny, Mom, about what you just said? Never mind. It's irrelevant. Go ahead. I was just going to say, I think I would divorce that person or separate from that person only because, well, whatever, separate that. I feel like I would feel some type of way about that person, not for the fact that you're black, but the fact that you lied to me this whole time. I think that's what I'd be stuck on. But I get what you're saying.
But it's a powerful movie for people who haven't watched, and it's so many nuggets to get out of that. It's multiple.
What's it called? The Passing?
It's just passing. It's hard to discuss the movie without giving so much of it away.
We can give it away if we want to.
I haven't seen it. I want to go see
That
it.
ain't our problem. It's on Netflix.
Well, what if?
How come I don't have? I
But I'm
can't
saying-
talk about it because you ain't seen it.
Well, no, I'm saying, what if the people who are watching the
That's what I'm
podcast
saying.
haven't seen it and they be like, "Oh, I want to go watch it. Don't spoil it for me."
But it ain't like they're gonna come talk to me. I'll be inviting people to do comments and talk to me, and y'all don't be talking to me. No, but okay. I just say,
you love me.
that part. I thought that was a really powerful movie, and that really got to me. And it was like so many stuff in there, but it's a good movie. It's just I'll leave it there. It's a really.
I'm gonna
good
check
movie.
it out, man. Like for real. I think I might actually watch it tonight.
Yeah, it's really deep. I need to watch it.
I mean, we
again.
could just put a spoiler alert on this because now I really want to talk about
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead. Just give them.
So,
something.
spoiler alert. Sorry.
So you did that with Paul Walker.
I'm about to listen to it.
You did that with
Go ahead.
Paul.
I'm about
Wait
to
a minute.
listen.
No, hold up. You did that with Paul Walker,
So
and they was after him on the internet.
But the difference is, first of all, on Facebook, if you continue reading, you're choosing to read. Number one. Number two, I put spoiler alert before it happened. I said, this is what happened on Furious 7. And if you continue to read after that, that's on you. I didn't force it down your throat, Doc.
That's temptation.
Well, I'm gonna say spoiler alert, so
Go
you
ahead.
don't
I'm not
have to
listening.
listen. I think the best part about that movie was for me was when she says she keeps coming over to Irene's house.
Mhm.
And she comes over and she keeps saying like, oh, I want to hang out with you more. I want to hang out with you more. I want to hang out with you more. And Irene's sitting there looking at her like, you don't want to go home and be home and
Are you done?
be
You done?
at peace. No. And she says to her, like, I want to move to Harlem so I can feel like I'm around more Black people. I like being around Black people. And it was just like, well, you lived your life as a white woman all these years. Why do all of a sudden you feel the need to be around Black people?
I think I think just through the process of time, we actually do come to ourselves. And I say in the scheme, because you got people living in our world right now. They may not be passing, but they are assimilating other cultures. You got Black people out here right now that act like they white. You got Black people right in your community that don't even hang out with Black people because their features, they may have a narrow nose or thin lips or whatever, or they have this job. So it's not as blatant, as far as in terms of me passing to appear white. But you got people that do that now and then be trying to be on the down low when you run into them in Target or you run into them, they what's up and trying to dap you and stuff like that and kicking it with you. And then you see them on Broadway next week when they with their colleagues and shit, they trying to act all extra.
Tony, I would have caught it real fast. Like her ethnicity, I would have looked at them lips. You got them lizard
That's
lips.
the
Doc?
thing.
Nah, if
Her
you got-
lips weren't that wide.
Nah, but look, Tony, you know how them lips be
Her-
looking. Listen, if you
Yeah,
got-
but you could with her
listen.
nose and maybe
It was mostly her nose for me.
even maybe if it was the
Listen.
way they did the makeup, but even
Also,
black,
the movie's completely in black and white.
Yeah.
So like, there's like a lot that you.
and black people, that black people do call it stereotype, whatever. Black people do got a certain kind of swag, like the way they talk, and like she was like that flirtatious spirit, but it came natural to her. The way she worked it. White people don't work it like that. They don't.
If you got lips like a Komodo dragon, I know what race you are. I know what race you are. You ain't a nigga.
It was a good movie though. But
This
yeah.
thing-
So y'all
Nah,
gotta
you got
say
the-
that.
them lizard lips. Tell me
Alex
I'm lying.
always be trying to talk about black and white.
I'm just saying. I would have called. Listen, no
Lizard
offense.
lips.
No offense, but
What
I
are
would have
lizard
called.
lips?
I would have called it real
I
fast.
gotta look
Doc.
that up.
I would have called it real fast.
What, lizard lips?
Yeah.
Nah, if you got them lips that
You
know
mean
what I
liver lips?
No, lizard lips. You know what lizard lips look like? You could tell the difference between a brother and a sister.
Yeah, but
A
I
brother
could
and a-
tell
you
with
mean?
her nose, but that movie was
No
just a
offense.
lot. I think it was so many things, but that's what really kind of got me. And
No
and
offense.
and it boils down at the end, we talk about it. We do talk about race a lot, and I try to stay away from it, but we don't like it. We don't like racism. We're valuable regardless of what color you are. And why do y'all hate us so much because we wear this skin? I'll say it again.
I'm sorry. You don't have to hate me because my skin was kissed by the sun and yours was kissed by snow.
And let me say this, since Tony, I'm gonna flip it to her because she ain't been working tonight. But I
Because
want
y'all been talking over me.
I want to say this about the white race. Okay, I'm about to make this statement, and I think it's been stated before. And I'm talking about the black race. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I can say what I want to say.
Wow.
But the bottom line is, when I think about it, the white man really hates himself. When I think about it, and I can hear Malcolm.
for sure.
I can hear Malcolm in my ear.
For
but when I
sure.
think about it, these systems of oppressive moves and stuff like that, when you think about it, for me to sit down and come up with a plan to try to immobilize you or to just annihilate you or to make it so hard for you, I gotta feel like you a threat to me. And it's not because you have done something wrong, because all the things, the way, if I've mistreated you for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, I've separated your families, I physically attacked you, I've just humiliated you. I've done all of this stuff trying to wipe out your race, and somehow you're still resilient to keep going. And it's almost like you're study attacking us. You're study attacking the race, and we proved to be noble people and shit like that. You gotta really hate what you see in me to do this, so you don't like your damn self.
Mom.
So anytime you feel, I say to my Caucasian brothers, when you tripping on the brothers of color of another mother, because we all might have the same daddies, because we know that y'all daddies and ancestors was getting it in with our people. So we all brothers. That's what I'm saying. When you think it, we all are connected. That's the bottom line. So this division that exists, yeah, it's crazy, but you got to hate yourself. So check yourself with your power suits and all of this kind of stuff that makes you look good. But when you so cowardice and can't even go inside yourself and expose yourself and say what it really, really is,
Fam.
why you don't like me? Because I'm black. Did your mama
Fam.
teach you that?
We,
Or where
we-
did that
Mom,
come from?
Mom, we know where racism started from.
But we
You
ain't
ever-
get, I'm talking about the South that they don't
No.
like themselves.
No,
You
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
racism?
No. That's what. But Mom, we know where it started. Yeah. All right. So have you ever seen a statue? Pause. No homo. But have you ever seen a statue of a naked white man versus a naked black man?
You stupid.
I have.
There's a difference.
You stupid.
Listen, Tony, what were
We
you
know
saying?
where it started.
But Tony,
We know where it
Tony,
started.
I need you to, what were you saying?
Telling you, bro. That's where the hatred
And what
started.
were you
Doc.
saying?
I'm not
Alex
doing
is on
this.
tunnel vision, and we ain't doing this right
No,
now.
I'm just saying.
Give
'cause-
love at
No, but Mom,
Christmas
if you think
time.
about what you were saying, no, Mom, listen. If you think about what you're saying about hating yourself, I connected it. You know where it
You're
came
ridiculous.
from. Like you feel insignificant. Yes, when you start talking about threats and stuff. Yeah, we know. Come on, man.
I
If
don't
we
know.
being real
Maybe
people-
that may be some people's take, but I say to it.
They went over to Africa and saw Matumbo and felt some type of way.
All right, I'm not going down that line
Can't be
with him.
bothered with
Telling
But
you.
I think it's more to people than their physical makeup. This is just something how we represent. But
Yeah,
I'm
man.
talking about in the core and the spirit.
Let me get mad because y'all women want us.
Stop.
My bad. Go ahead.
Please.
Listen, we ain't finna go there because
They
a
want
lot
us.
Because a lot of they women do got y'all, and a lot of y'all, and a lot of y'all sell out. So
Nah,
we
they
ain't
ain't
even
got
finna
us.
go there. You can love who you want to love, but all y'all that's supposed to be so conscious, naturally, you can't punish the whole race. I'm not saying I hate every white person or every brown
Listen.
person, but our plight is what it is. And you intensify the trauma with women when you deliberately go outside of your race and say, I don't want a sister, I want Becky or I want Rebecca. That's your choice, but don't come talking that stuff. You can't even talk about that stuff if you perpetrating part of the problem your own self.
No, listen, the women come to us and they say, Tony, the women come to us and they say, and they don't like what their men are doing either. And they said, John is just, I don't agree with what he's doing. And they run and they just fall into our arms. Listen, we just welcome them with open arms, Devin. That's all we do. Like,
Alex.
they need a shoulder to cry on too sometimes, dog.
Goodbye, Alex.
All right,
Goodbye.
y'all.
We're just doing it.
Sometimes Ramon don't be doing it right either, so don't do it.
We're doing it. No, look, we're doing it to step out of ourselves to be supportive of the.
Don't want to do it because sometimes Ramon don't be doing it right to Keisha. So stop it.
So
we're not gonna go there.
So y'all, it's the end of the year.
I'm mad that you chose those.
We coming to the end of the year. It's been I'm sure it's been like, I know I've had challenges. I had a lot of challenges this year. I went through a lot of things. A lot of people thinking about New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. Is this our last episode for the year? Because I was trying not to talk about race and shit, but Alex likes to go. I think Alex is racist.
I can't be
prejudiced.
I think Alex is prejudiced.
I think I'm prejudiced. I think I am.
That's fair.
I think I am.
And I'd like to say I have biases because I try not to demonstrate prejudice.
Let me
It's a difference.
Just double check what that word means.
Bias.
So what y'all doing for the holiday or whatever? Is this our last time here? Just in case, because we gotta go. I gotta go. We're late.
You're late.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not prejudiced.
But you
Prejudice
have
is-
bias. You have biases.
Yeah, I have biases, but prejudice is a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. No, I'm not prejudiced.
Right.
Because I have experience.
And a lot of people do have implicit biases of all colors. That's where the issue is.
Right.
And for people that are pushing this movement, that's all they're saying is check yourself, because that's where it starts. Check yourself and acknowledge that you do have implicit biases, because you can't solve a problem unless you identify what it is. That seems to be the issue, because white people get offended. I would never. How dare you? And that's where the fruitful ground is to make this thing called unity grow and blossom and bloom, right?
No more locked doors.
It's like, look, what y'all got to say, Tony. You know what? We are going to try to do another episode.
Of course
you're
you
going to
are.
host the next one, because your ass been too quiet and you talk too much, okay?
I was going to say, y'all both been talking over me. So it's not that I've been quiet. It's been that I haven't been trying to talk over people.
Why not?
Mom,
We
I told
rude?
you what my role was. We
No,
established my role.
you were supposed to be over there just anyway. But so what's going on? Are we getting together again? Are we going to have a party on the next episode? I think we should try to do like a live conversation.
A live conversation.
Yeah, like we should just go live and hang out for the holiday. Like, I really don't be trying to celebrate the holidays.
No, you always want the lights, cameras, and action, and it'll be done all up and stuff. So, we could just go live and talk.
Why you be coming at me like that?
Because you like the glams and the glitz of the lights, Mom.
All right,
Ain't
so
nothing wrong with
he's
the glams and
attacking
the
me.
glitz.
Let's
No, I'm
go.
not.
Let's go, y'all. I'm about to go.
Did I talk too much this episode?
You
Yes.
absolutely did.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just be trying to fill in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't do that because you're not consistent with showing up. And anyway, and we can't have that. Like, consistent. We're just trying to maintain the
All right, y'all.
consistency.
So
Tony, I
it's
missed
been
one.
fun.
I missed one.
It's time for us to go.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
it's one
time.
episode.
And if I didn't see you guys before Christmas, and I think we need to, I'm getting ready to go on vacation, but it would be nice if we can get together one more time.
Happy holidays,
I'm
folks.
happy I ain't got to edit this audio. Courtney, God bless you, brother.
Yeah,
Jesus.
happy holidays to y'all. And what I wanted to talk about, but give love, you know that song, Give Love at Christmas Time. Y'all can give gifts and all of that stuff, but don't go out and break the bank, because the
man.
truth of the matter is, or
coin.
find out what people really, really value. Because some people ain't even into the gifts. You're going to go
True.
spend all your money. And if you're going to get somebody something, give them what you know they really want, what they really, really going to value.
Yeah.
True.
But if you can't afford it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm
Save your coin.
going to put you on the spot. Before we leave, can you sing something? Since we talk
You
about
going to pay
Christmas.
me?
Maybe.
What you want me to sing?
Oh, something you talking about Christmas, so sing something Christmassy or gospel-y Christmassy.
No,
whatever.
tune into the next episode and I will sing something.
How you just gonna tell me? I told you to do something. You said no, and then you told me what you gonna do.
No. All right. No, let's go. I will. I'm working on a lot of good stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna say it's been real because it's been real weird in here today. But it's nice to see you all, and I'm glad you all are doing well. My prayers are with you and your family, and my prayers are with you. And I'm sending love and light to everybody during this holiday season. Just be safe, because niggas out here robbing and stealing and taking people's stuff off their porch, and
I hope don't nobody take my PlayStation.
Sheesh. You better.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for talking too much. If I did talk too much.
Yeah. All right, guys, it's been real. I said I wasn't gonna say that. Y'all watched that movie, The Passing, and I think we're going to try to come out and hang out with us. The next episode, we're going to be lit, okay? We're going to have Christmas music. I'm going to see if they're going to buy me some presents because,
Sing something, man.
You sing something. What I look like, you trying to treat me like Massive.
No, you're not supposed to sing.
Like, you trying to do like Massive. Well, can you sing?
You're not supposed to
Like
sing.
the 5 Arbery. Well, y'all singers, can you sing?
on,
And then they was like,
on.
got nothing but love for
There you go. Hey.
baby. Come on, let's
No,
harmonize.
you got this, Mom.
Come on, let's harmonize.
Okay, let's
Good
go.
night.
I
Got nothing but love for you, baby. Come on. No, come on. Harmonize.
I'm trying to. I was about
Tony
to.
gotta jump in too.
I got nothing but love for you.
I'm taking the bass line. You want me to take the bass
I'm about
line?
to go up.
I got nothing but love for you, baby.
We messed that up. It's cool.
Killing me. Good night, y'all.
I was looking for you to sing something like Jesus said, I am he who supply all your needs.
You say
David, turn
I will tomorrow. Jesus said we're leaving.
Yeah.
I gotta go get my wine and I have
That's
to
not the
leave.
words. Okay.
I gotta go get my wine. I'm sitting here like those are the words.
Something next time
Next
for
time,
real
next
though.
time,
All
right.
right, guys.
I'm
I
sitting
love
here
you
like, for
guys.
real?
God bless you. Be cool. Stay safe. Love one another. Don't be prejudiced. Call people out when they do weak shit. Let's pray. Let's forgive each other. Let's walk. And then just embrace us. Let's just do better, all right? Perfect your incompleteness. I love y'all. God bless you. Blessings of peace and love. I'm out of here.
Episode 41.